Loud and clear.
Alright, got you the same. I'm still going through my startup, so just go ahead and keep going with yours. Let me know when you are about ready. Alright guys, we are here with Saber today. We're both going through our startup. He pretty much has been killing the course. We did some JDAMs yesterday. He was pretty much spot on with his laser guided bomb stuff. So we are advancing now. Today he's going heavy JDAM work. We are planning on him dropping a few JDAMs, as in 3 JDAMs with the... Actually, I was supposed to bring a 3rd JDAM. I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, yeah, well... Were you supposed to take 4 JDAMs or 5?
Got 5 on.
Okay. Yeah, still on another one. Anyways, let's go ahead and put in his stairs while we're at it. Yeah, he's been doing really well. He's pretty much just 4 for 4 with the laser guided bombs. We had issues yesterday. 2 Roger, stand by for grid coordinates, steer 8 Alpha. Alright, just let me know when you're ready for it.
Ready.
Okay, first of the grid is going to be north 414002. Read back.
North 414002.
East 0445721.
East 0445721.
Elevation 1574. Read back.
Elevation 1574.
Alright, good read back, brother. Go ahead and make steer 8 Alpha your primary waypoint.
Roger that.
Alright, we can go ahead and put in 8 now. 7 in the back. Let's get this turned to standby. Done with this. And I'm getting my last bomb loaded up, so just bear with me for a moment.
Gotcha.
Okay. What is going on? Where's my bomb at? Alright, screw it. I'm going to roll without it. Okay, stand by for checking on 263.0. Stand by for check-in on 263.0.
Copy.
Eagle check.
2.
Alright, got you loud and clear. Let's go ahead and start taxiing. These flaps down.
Gotcha.
Katasi traffic, Eagle 1, flooded 2 F-15s taxiing from the Eagle's Nest to runway 07. Katasi traffic. Leads taxi. That's your left side.
Gotcha.
Like I said, today he's going to be doing 3 JDAMs using the lantern pod, and then we'll go out if that looks pretty good. If he's doing pretty well with that, we'll go out and then have him strike a couple of targets using the radar, air-ground radar, using a high-resolution map, HRM. So hopefully it'll be fun. Alright, everything looks like it's working pretty good. Saber's been he's been progressing really quick. He's been doing really well. All the guys have been doing really well actually, but he's been doing exceptionally well. Fargo, Nerf, Soul, all the guys, like I said, they've been doing pretty well. So we're off to a good start, man. Anyway, it's the last day of 2024. Today's the 31st of December. And it's been a good year. Good year with the 8th Virtual Fighter Wing. There's going to be a lot of changes this upcoming year as far as my activity on DCS, but that'll be for, I'm not going to worry about that right now. My hope is to get all these guys, all the guys that I just mentioned, plus a couple of other guys, up and going and fully qualified and in this squadron here sooner than later. Saber's probably the guy furthest along at this point, I believe. I'd have to take a look at his training records, but I think he's furthest along. He's been, like I said, progressing really quickly, really well. So hopefully he can keep that up. Seems to have a really good understanding of all this stuff. And from the air to ground side, he's been killing it. Formation flying's been really good. So one thing we talked about in the brief is him calling setter saddle on time. He's usually a little bit late with that, but other than that, really, man, his flying has been just really good. So I told him to focus on that today. 2 car ready for takeoff.
2 ready for takeoff.
Katasi traffic. Eagle 1 flight of 2 F-15s departing runway 07 will be exiting the airspace to the east. Katasi traffic. Leads rolling. All right, here we go.
Two rolling.
All right, going up on 180, slowly pulling back on the stick. Gear flaps. Let's trim her up a little bit. Leads airborne, wheels up, flaps up.
2's airborne, wheels up, flaps up.
Alright, so again, contract speed for today was 350. So when I get to about 340, I'll come out of burner and kind of just adjust the airspeed from there. There's 340 out of burner. Now we are adjusting trim. This thing Does not like to fly straight and level sometimes for some reason. Let's see how far back he is. 4/10 of a mile and hopefully closing. Yep, there is 3/10.
2 set.
2 Roger. 2 gate and 2-1 go. Katasi traffic, Eagle 1 flighted 2, exiting the airspace to the east, climbing through 4,000 feet. Katasi traffic. I'm going to bring the nose up to correction, 20 degrees, nose up. Really good formation work. All right, let's come down to 10 degrees, nose up, go. Out of burner. Two fence in, leads 26.5.
2 fence in, 26.3.
What's our distance to steer 8?
Distance is 56 miles.
Roger. Woo! Loaded up. JDAM heavy. Two switch sides, go.
2. Set.
2 Roger. All right, 2, talk to me about your Fox 3 missile. Talk to me about its weapon employment zone and how it's used.
So the Fox 3 is usually in 120C. Usually I'm going to use STT, lock them up, and then we'll have indications on my HUD for when to fire. I'll have different indications for certain ranges. Usually if he's hot, I'm looking at anywhere between shooting at 10, 20 miles. It all depends on the closure rate, altitude, all that type deal. But I'll usually shoot around 15 miles to BBR and he's hot.
Okay, we're going to do some stuff different today. So we're not going to use single target track. You're not going to use RWR. You're going to do, excuse me, not RWS. You're not going to do a RWS and do a single target track. We're going to find the target using an RWS scan, but once we know where that target is, we're going to switch up and we're going to use we're going to switch to TWS, and then we're going to lock them in TWS in order to, before we fire our missiles.
Gotcha.
And what's that going to do is it's going to allow you to look at multiple targets at once. It's going to give you a bit more indication that you would get, information, excuse me, that you would get, as opposed to a RWS, both scan and single target track as far as the lock. And then, more importantly, it's not going to notify that bandit that you've got him in a hard lock as far as his RWR is concerned. Alright, we're coming up on, I don't know, just under 70 miles. Let's go ahead and go air-to-ground mode and get our lantern pod set on up. Just out of habit, switching to that. Let's go. Targeting pod, that looks good. Let's get her slewed to stair 8. Alright, that's about right. Now we're not getting the indication that our air to ground is ready to go, although we are in air to ground mode because we don't have a weapon selected. Let's get both of our GBUs selected. Alright. So once we have that done, step out on nose tail option. Now we go to menu 3 and go to our smart weapons. Alright, brother, it's going to be very similar to yesterday. I'm going to point out targets on the airfield and have you strike. Do you have any questions at all about using your GBU 31s in conjunction with your lantern pod?
Not at this time, nope.
Okay. Lantern. Now, is it our sensor of interest? It is not. Now it is. What's our distance to stair 8?
Distance is 48 miles.
Roger. One of the, I usually don't mess with this, but you can also take this to white hot if you want. Black hot, white hot. I like white hot. Alright, so I'm picking up stuff at 40 miles, which is pretty good for the pod. 18,000 feet, 17 and a half. Okay, brother, I'm starting to get targets starting to stand out hot in the lantern pod. Are you seeing the same thing?
Stuff's starting to load in, yep.
Okay. If you look directly left, a little bit down, directly left, that first hot spot, that's going to be your first target. Are you seeing it? Okay, salute directly to stair 8, and make sure your targeting pod is looking at stair 8.
Okay, I got some stuff in sight.
Okay, you should have a target directly to the right, and then you should have something directly to the left, like maybe 9, a little bit less than 9, maybe at 8:30, to the left of the stair point. Are you seeing that?
Yep.
Okay, that's going to be your first target. You're approved to detach. I'm coming off throttle. Just continue to hold what you got for the gas.
Roger, and just to confirm, the target on the right?
Negative. The one to the left of where stair 8 is. To the left. Are you seeing that?
Yep, to the right of the runway.
Alright. Let's see what he's got. What's your altitude restriction for your JDAMs?
Somewhere around 30,000, maybe a little higher, I'm not entirely sure.
That has no restriction, as far as I know.
That's what I thought. Usually never dropping higher than that anyway, so.
Yeah. What's your airspeed?
440.
Alright, come off the throttle just a bit. You're a little fast. What's your time to release?
43 seconds.
Roger. So with the 2,000 pounder, I mean, you don't even have to be pinpoint accurate.
One what?
Roger.
Rolling right.
Lead. Yeah, the 2,000 pounder, you don't need to be pinpoint accurate. It'll destroy all this.
Going back left.
Roger. Just confirm you've got like a group of 3 hot spots.
Confirm.
Roger.
Get back.
Nice job, rollout 090. If you look to the right of that, you should see like a dome-shaped kind of building. Let me know if you've got that in sight. So come to the right of it.
Gotcha, dome building.
That's going to be your next target.
Roger.
Really good job. Nice strike. Alright, so how are we finding the distance from the target, for our last designated target? How are we finding that information?
I've got it in the bottom right of my HUD with a G, followed by the miles. I also have some distancing on my T-pod menu as well.
Okay.
Turning inbound.
Roger. A little bit of lag. Let me know when you are 10 seconds to release.
Releases now.
Roger.
Bomb away. Rolling right. Coming back left.
Lead. Pull back on the throttle a bit. I want you in the 80s.
Roger.
Uh-oh.
I got nothing. Oh, impact.
Okay, the hot spots behind it, so go up. Those hot spots behind it are going to be your next set of target. I want you outbound 270 on the heading. Did you copy last?
Yep.
Yeah, also make sure you're acknowledging, man. There's a lot of times where I'll give you an instruction. This is for Saber directly, but there's a lot of times I'll give you instructions. You just won't say anything, which...
Alright, turning left inbound.
Roger. Report 10 seconds from release. Which will cause me to just say it again because I need to make sure the information is getting to you and you didn't overhear it. Just like now. Report 10 seconds from release. Make sure you're acknowledging me, brother, if you hear me.
Copy.
I wanted him to get these guys right here, but...
Seconds from release.
Roger.
On my way, turning right.
Roger.
Going back left.
Oof.
Back.
Nice job, man. Let's come right 090 and let's track outbound.
Roger.
Alright, brother, you are done with the targeting pod work. I'm going to get you signed off on that. With that said, let's go ahead and go air to ground mode for your radar and make it your sensor of interest.
Roger that. Alright, I'm good to go.
Okay, do you remember how to get your aircraft set up for the your high resolution map?
Yes, the push button second from the left on the bottom, I can go into HRM.
Oh, okay, yep. No, it's not going to be second from the left. It's going to be all the way to the left on the bottom.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the map. Yeah, I got you. Alright, I'm in HRM map.
Okay, so right now the range should default to 20, I believe. Let's track outbound. We're going to continue on a 090 for about let's go with 30 miles, and then we'll turn back in. We're going to make steer 8 our targeting point. What we'll do is we'll turn inbound to the west, and then we'll make steer 8. We'll take a high resolution map of steer 8. So with the HRM, you've got an 8-degree blind spot right and left of the nose. Once the air to ground radar is in HRM mode. Are you seeing the dead spot or the dead zone?
Yes.
Okay. Let's put our range out to 40 since we're going to push outbound for 30. And then once we are about 30 miles out, we'll go ahead and you can go ahead and start turning inbound, okay?
Roger that.
I like to use, so right at the bottom is going to be the bottom row right in the center. It should default to like 0.6 or something like that. I like to use the I like to use the 3.3 to get a good picture of the airfield.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that bottom row should say HRM. You could change it from map. Excuse me. You could change that second button from map to target now, and then on your other MPD you should have that smart weapons page up.
Roger. We're about 30 out now.
Okay, left turn. Go ahead and turn inbound, brother.
Turning left. Alright, so we want to offset by a couple degrees so that we're not in the blind zone, correct?
Yeah, as long as you're not in the blind zone now, like so on this heading, I'm not in the blind zone. So yeah, actually I am on the blind zone. So yeah, just either come left or right. I would come right and get the 8 out of the blind zone, and then we can go ahead and designate it. Okay, I want you to put in the throttle setting and just hold it. We keep going back and forth on the throttle.
Roger. Bomb weight is screwing with me.
Say again.
The weight of the bombs is imbalanced and screwing with my roll. I'll trim it out.
Roger. Man, that map sucked.
Alright, I'm making that map now.
Okay.
Okay, I got a map. I think I need to turn the contrast up a little bit, but I do have the runways in sight.
Okay. Go ahead and just pick a couple of targets. Let's go ahead and get you some practice on this, and we can go outbound if you want. We're getting pretty close. But let's pick a couple of targets, and then we can drop. Yeah, my contrast sucks.
Roger that. Alright, I've got one target in, gonna work on a second.
Okay.
I got 2 targets in there.
Oh shit! Almost ran into you, bro.
Yeah, this trim is a mess. I should have dropped them like 1-1-1 instead of leaving 2 on the right.
Nah, it's lesson learned. Don't worry about it too much. Almost committed sin number 1 of the wingman, which is thou shalt not run into flight lead. Alright, if you got it all set up, you can roll in anytime you're ready.
Yep. Turn it in, but
Roger. Alright, so you should be down to your last 2. Do you have 2 targets designated?
Yep.
Alright, once they're both in zone, I want you to just go ahead and drop both of them.
After that.
Okay. Roger.
Bomb away. Both bombs away.
Roll out 180.
Going out 180.
Two, right hook turn, reference 360, go.
2.
Leads roll out 360. Okay, look at your left 10 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock level. Should have me in sight.
Copy, pitch in sight.
Fuel check, leads 20.2.
2, 20.6.
Roger. Confirm you're all out of air-to-ground ordnance.
Confirm.
Alright, let's go ahead and take it to air-to-air mode, and let's get ready for some air-to-air battle.
Roger that.
Aircraft is just not trimmed. Okay, 2, I want you to drop fuel tanks only. Keep all your air-to-air missiles, alright?
Roger. Fuel tanks away.
Roger. Alright, let's turn this stuff off. Alright, man, so what do you think? How'd that go for you?
I would say it was pretty good, pretty focused. Dropped all the bombs. I saw good hits on the teapot.
Yeah. I agree with you. Alright, man, we're going to start focusing on some air-to-air stuff. I'm going to generate some targets. Right now we're heading north. I'm going to generate some targets in the east cap box for red air, which is going to be off our left side. So just be ready. Make sure you are armed. Make sure the aircraft's air-to-air mode and you got your 120s ready to go. And before we do this, do you know how to take the aircraft into TWS mode?
Yes, I'm in it right now. It's a TDC press and an auto acquisition forward.
Okay. Alright, I'm spawning MiG-29s. Okay, radar contact. It's going to be bullseye. Are you familiar with how to use the bullseye and the Brock holes?
Yes, I'm in it right now. It's a TDC press and an auto acquisition forward.
100. Alright, let's turn this stuff off. Alright, man, we're going to start focusing on some air-to-air stuff. I'm going to generate some targets. Right now we're heading north. I'm going to generate some targets in the east cap box for red air, which is going to be off our left side. So just be ready. Make sure you are armed. Make sure the aircraft's air-to-air mode and you got your 120s ready to go.
Roger that. Enlighten me.
All right, look to the bottom left. So you got your PRF. That's it. You can take it to high, low. I think it defaults to high. But right above it, you have ground speed, which is going to be our ground speed. I'm pushing the throttle forward also. I got real slow, so sorry about that. Right above the high is going to be ground speed, which is our ground speed. And then to the right of that, you should see two sets of 3 numbers, and that's going to be your bullseye.
Roger that.
So bandits right now, our bullseye is 084-475 or 075, and they're about 24,000.
Roger.
Two call, set or settle.
So,
Do you have, we use the term radar contact to let us know that if we have the bandits on radar or not. Do you have radar contact with the MiG-29s?
yes, the radar contact is about 65 miles out.
I've got them at about 65 miles, 24,000. All right, we're coming up on them now. Also, you can orient on the RWR, which is telling us the SB is about our 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock now. So those are our guys.
Roger.
Okay, bandits are about 50 miles off of our nose. You're approved to detach. I'm going to follow you in. If you want, I can take one of the bandits, or you can take both using your TWS. It's your discretion.
Roger that.
All right, walk me through what you're doing. I don't have visual with you at all, so are you climbing?
I'll feel that way.
Okay. All right, let's start off by putting her in burner. Let's start building some kinetic energy for your missiles. So let's start getting fast, and we can start in a slow climb. Alright, as long as you're supersonic, those bandits are within your WES, or they should be. So you can engage again. You've got 2 bandits. You can engage at your discretion.
Roger. Fox 3.
Two bandits, so let's fire on the second one as well.
Roger. Fox 3. Cranking left.
Reduce altitude, start coming down, put out flares as well. Alright, let's return and engage.
Fox 3, break left.
Put out flares.
Not seeing any other contacts at this time on our TW.
Alright, let's turn back in hot to the north.
Roger.
RWR is clean as well.
Are you putting out flare?
I can put out a couple flares now, but I wasn't.
I have a contact.
Take them. Alright, he's on me. I'm out called to the south.
Roger.
Call your foxes, put them at missile on them. Are you firing? You had a contact. What are you doing?
Watch.
Alright, let's, I want you heading 180.
Roger, roger.
You got a, you know, a little bit better comms, man, but we'll work on that. Good job.
Gotcha. Alright, I am turning 180, I'm at 10,000.
Alright, I'm 180 now, 20,000. I should be south of you. Yeah, you should see me on the radar now. Look at your 11 o'clock, 23,000. I don't know, 10 to 15 miles.
Roger.
You got radar contact with me?
Yeah, I got you at 23,000.
Okay. Alright, man, we are RTB.
Roger that.
Really nice job. Field check leads 14.7.
212.
Alright, let's go ahead and put steer Bravo in. Fence out. Again, I'm 14.7, sorry about that. Fence out.
2 fence out, 12.0. I have a visual, you're about 14 miles in front of me.
Okay. Speed's back. I'm only doing about 300 knots, so don't go through all your gas too quick.
Gotcha.
All right, so talk to me about your air-to-air engagement. What are some of the stuff you saw, and what are things that you think you can do a little better, and what are the things you thought you did well?
So I took my first 2 shots, cranked left. I had no notice of anything fired on my side. Went back in right. Had nothing for a little bit, and then I see a plane out in front of me. I was like, all right, well, it's obviously not you, so I go ahead and lock him up. I actually get so close to him, we almost merged. I couldn't shoot my missile, so I'm creating some distance behind him. He's in a defensive position, so I'm just getting some distance, taking a throttle back. Dove clouds there, took that shot, and splashed that MiG. I think it would have been better for me to just give a little more information, like heading wise, as I was chasing him.
Yeah, man, really good day of flying. Again, I think you're a little bit used to flying by yourself, I assume. I could be wrong, but it's a little bit more comms. Let me know what you're going to do, what you want to do, the plan, etc. But other than that, man, very happy with the engagement.
Roger that.
What's your distance from me, and how can you tell?
I've got you at about 2.7. That's my attack hand. Bottom left of the HUD is in air-to-air mode.
There you go. Alright, guys. Like I said before, he's been performing really well. I'm going to sign him off. So he's done with his laser guided bombs. I'm going to sign him off with his JDAM as far as using the lantern pod. Next we'll do JDAMs using HRM. He got a little bit of touch of that today, just to get him oriented. Excuse me. So yeah, all in all, really good day. His introduction to, should be closing up. Got him his introduction to BVR radar, as well as some couple of BVR engagements. So good day, really good day. Not sure why he's not getting into formation. Alright, to go wedge left.
set.
Roger. All right. Katasi traffic, Eagle 1 flighted to F-15s, approximately 40 miles to the east-northeast, inbound, full stop for runway 25 overhead. Katasi traffic. Throttle's coming back just a bit.
Copy.
And also, man, I'm going to go ahead and give you a green light. You can start participating in sorties with us.
Sounds good.
Talk to me about the airspeed and the altitude for the overhead.
So for fighter jets, altitude you want to keep about 1500 AGL, and airspeed anywhere within like 300 to 350 until you go downwind, which you want to be under 300. Get that gear down, flaps down.
Sounds good. Really good day of training. What time is it? It's getting a little late out here. Katasi traffic, Eagle 1 flighted to 20 miles to the east, inbound, full stop for runway 25 overhead pattern. Will be a right break. Katasi traffic. All right, throttle's coming forward a little bit.
Copy.
Let's go ahead and start closing up formation. We should start lining up on the runway within the next couple of miles. You should see it off of our 12 to 12:30-ish.
Roger.
Leveling off.
Copy.
Leads in a break.
2 break.
Make sure you count to 5, brother. Zero 070 on the rollout. Alright, gear, flaps.
Load out 070.
Gear and flaps are down.
Gear and flap coming down.
Alright, turning base to final. Taxi traffic, Eagle 1, flight of 2, right base gear, full up, runway 25, Taxi traffic. Make a bit of an aggressive turn. Let's keep the altitude coming down. I don't want to get too fast. Oh, yeah, let's lower down. And now the trim game we play. All right, brother, I'm on final.
Like what?
Down and safe.
Two is down safe.
Katasi traffic, Eagle 1, flight of 2, exiting the runway at the end. Runway 25 at the end, taxiing to port, Katasi. Alright, brother, I said that was a pretty damn good flight. Let's go ahead and jump off the server. We'll do a quick debrief, man, and we'll go from there. Alright, guys. Appreciate you guys sticking around. I'll see you for the next one. Happy New Year's to everyone as well. Hopefully 2024 has been a good year for you. See you.